Okay. Hi, everybody. It's the boss who has been designated by one of our subscribers as the official box opener and assembler. And we got a box from UPS. Anyway, the boss, and this is Susan, and Willow is helping. And oh, great, it's a box in a box. I love it when we get a box in a box. What is it? Who's it from? Anyway, welcome to Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. If you're new, we're really glad you're here. And if you're not new, we're really glad you're here. And our note says, Susan, thank you for everything you do for those fur babies. I bet Summer would approve. I know they will love this just as much as you will love watching them. From Dazed, Confused Community on Twitch. Oh, Dazed and Confused, also known as Dyno Mite. Oh, is it always? Oh, it's that Dynamite. Dazed and Confused, Blazed and Confused. Oh, it is. It's for the catio, or for the. Oh, wow. It's the fancy. It's like really fancy, and it matches the Ninja Kitties scratching post that was sent by another one of our beautiful subs. And I'm speechless. I'm starting to cry. Because Dynamite, Dazed and Confused Community from Twitch. I know that this is a luxury item, a fancy schmancy cat tree. And thank you so much. The boss, what it is I get emotionally overwhelmed when I realize the generosity, how people care, how they want to help, and they do. And day before yesterday, we got a nice big shipment of dry and wet cat food. Yesterday, we received another shipment of both wet and dry cat food. And you guys are just so good to us and to the fur babies. And I'm cooking supper, kiddos, and I don't want it to burn, and I didn't know it was a cat tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the camera running. Go in and stir my taters and just leave it running without narration, because if you're new, you won't know that the tradition here on Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction, when we get something that, well, we open all of the boxes on video, but if it requires assembly, we like to show that too. It gives the boss a chance to participate in his own channel because it's his channel too. You just hear and see me more because I'm an old retired lady and he's still a working man. So let me go stir my taters. Baby, did it come with the tools that you need and everything?
Yes, it's got everything.
It's got everything you need? It's such a pretty thing in the picture on Amazon. Okay, I'm going to go stir our peas and stir our potatoes. I'll be right back. Okay, I stirred and turned the heat down. So while we're watching the boss, and Willow, as you guys know, has to be in every single shot, or at least every single video on the channel, because she thinks she's a YouTube star, and she is. I can tell you that as we are sitting here recording this, Windows 10 is uploading onto my desktop computer. And when it finishes here in 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I'll text the IT guy. He's going to come over, change a couple of settings so that, well, using his example, so that it won't update while I'm live streaming. I thought that was a really good idea. So he'll come back over and do that. And then I'm going to do a test of the new webcam using Windows 10, which I'm afraid of. Going live on Lip Lock No More. I've already been live over there once today for like 2 hours. But this will just be a live that I want to do after it uploads to see how the new, just make sure everything's working. And maybe get used to how things might look different and that sort of thing. So, and that would mean, well, we can do Ninja Kitten lives from the day room, since that's where my webcam is. The IT guy has been talking to me about getting a kitty cam that I can mount in there, and it will, oh, you guys probably know all about this kind of business, but I don't. He says that it will follow them everywhere they go. No, I don't mean the camera will get up and walk around behind them. Duh. Yeah, like a motion-activated kitty cam, he said. So, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to do too much too soon.
You get the overhead light on.
The light bulb is burned out. Are you having trouble seeing, baby?
Yeah.
The light bulb, she is burned out. Is that going to help you any? Pussycat, pussycat, you're so pretty, and I'm so witty, and I love you. Oh, Trey says there's some something new. Something new in the house. So guys, I don't even know what to talk to you about while the boss is putting it together. Let's see. You already know that we received the $50 Visa gift card. And the boss and I talked about when he got home. I let him know that that was one of the gifts we had received. And his reaction, his first reaction was the same one I had. We can use it at our local store to buy cat food. So that's our intention with the Visa $50 gift card. And let's see, I think it was in yesterday's video when we opened the indoor cat food shipment and flies on the coleslaw. The subscriber who sent that let us know that they had signed up for a recurring monthly shipment. And, well, that made me cry out of gratitude. So that's really good news. So guys, I'll tell you what, we're at 11 minutes and 42 seconds. It's raining here. The boss went and did grocery shopping after work for me. And got wet at work. Come in, now he's doing this for me. And he's still wet, bless his heart. He hadn't even had a chance to really sit down in his easy chair. So I'm trying to decide if I should keep the camera rolling till we see the finished product. Or what? Did changing the lighting, baby, over there help you at all?
Yes.
Okay. And you can't hurry the boss. Don't even try to hurry the boss. As a matter of fact, if you were to be so bold, which I would advise that you not be, but if you were to be so bold as to try to hurry the boss, he's going to slow down. Just to show you that he doesn't have to hurry up. No. Well, yeah, actually that is true in a way. But the boss prefers quality to speed. So when he is assembling something, and it doesn't matter if it's a scratch and post, a cat tree, or if he is rebuilding a forklift, which, yes, he is educated, certified to do. So whether he's doing what he's doing there with a little Allen wrench or rebuilding a forklift, he takes his time and he does a good job. It's one of the reasons I let him stay around, you know. What? You didn't even give me the evil eyeball. Could you not hear what I was saying?
You didn't mention motorcycles in the living room.
Oh, I haven't. That's right. I haven't mentioned motorcycles in the living room. But I need to go stir the taters one more time, even though I turned them down on low. Why don't you tell people about motorcycles in the living room? You don't hardly ever talk to people on the channel. They might like to hear what you got to say once in a while, instead of me jacking my jaws all the time. You going to tell them about motorcycle in the living room or not?
Well, the fact that when we met, my living room was full of motorcycle parts.
Yes, the fact that when we met on the 8th of July of 2000, and we haven't been apart since, unless he went to nationals in Fort Worth for the Boost Fighter Motorcycle Club a couple of times, and I didn't go with him because I wasn't in the mood. But you pretty much can't price apart. But I can tell you that when we decided to cohabitate, one of the major rules was no motorcycles in the living room.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks. Let me go stir the taters. So, yeah. When I met the boss and the first time I went to his home, in his living room, he had several 5-gallon plastic buckets, probably hydraulic oil came in them, full of motorcycle parts. Because you see, only days before we met, he had finished building from the ground up around a 1977 Harley-Davidson Sportster engine, 1,300 cc's, baby? 1,000 cc's. A 9-foot, 10-inch chopper in his living room. He was a single father. Our son was 10 when I met Bob. Now he's a grown-up man with a career of his own and his own place, and he's a single dad. But, yeah. How long did it take you to put that motorcycle together, boss?
About 4 months.
4 months? And you see, him being a single biker dude, being footloose and fancy free, running with real bikers, not pretend ones, he wasn't necessarily looking to hook up permanently with such a good-looking woman as myself. He just had a trifling interest, he thought. 23 years later,
Still can't get rid of it.
he still can't get rid of me. So, once he accepted that there would be no building of 9-foot, 10-inch choppers in my living room, and we decided that we thought we might get along, he sold his house in North Little Rock, Arkansas, and he and the grown man now, but the boy then, who became my boy, and is now my baby, even though he's in his 30s, packed up and brought all their motorcycle parts up here and moved in to where I was living, and the rest is history. And believe it or not, just about every minute of all them 23 years is real good. Real good. And the few moments that hadn't been, we're grown up enough to know how to deal with them. There ain't much fussing goes on in this household. Part of that is because I've learned to don't call him twice for supper. So while he's still messing around over there being a slowpoke and the taters are burning, I'll tell you this. What was I going to tell him? Gosh. whatever it was.
I may think it's my idea before I do it.
Yes, that's exactly it. You knew exactly. See, now that's another thing. 3/4 of the time, I think he doesn't hear a word I say. And then 15 years later, I can't remember what I said. And he'll say, oh, you said so-and-so. Well, all right then. I don't know. It's probably, I think it was, we'd probably been together a couple of months. Now, I was brought up in a household to where when Mama calls you for supper, you get to the dinner table. You wash your hands, your face if necessary, and you get your hind end to the dinner table. Well, I'd holler from the kitchen, supper's ready. And the boss would just keep on doing whatever he was doing. Even if what he was doing was just sitting there in his easy chair. And I'd say, I said supper's ready. Finally, one day, I walked out of the kitchen into the living room. And I looked him in the eye. And I said, why is it when I call you that supper is ready that you don't come up and get in here and eat when it's hot and I've put it on the table? And he looked at me and just as serious as you can imagine, because he meant it, he said, because I like to wait until I decided it was my idea. Smart aleck. So, don't rush him. Don't call him 2 times for dinner. If it's cold when he gets there, it's his own dang fault. And if his supper tonight gets burnt up, it's Dyno Mite's fault for sending this here fancy tree and us deciding to turn on the camera, not knowing what it was. So, honey, we're going to run out of storage. We're at 22 minutes. You're going to have to hurry. You see? That's what you call the hairy eyebrow. Are you reading the instructions?
Yeah, because some of these parts they look similar, but they're different.
Oh, they're the same, but they're not?
Yeah.
Lordy mercy, your toe is sticking out of your sock.
Well, it's an old sock.
What are people going to think?
That I don't know how to darn the sock.
Darn those socks. You know how I darn them? I either turn it into a rag or I throw it in the trash. What are you looking for, baby?
My Allen wrench. There it is.
You still got it stuck in the thing. Darlings, now listen here. Since it's getting complicated and we don't know how long it's going to take to finish, okay? I started to say I don't want him to feel any pressure. Yeah. He don't feel, you heard what, you might not have heard him. He was like, yeah, well, he's a Taurus.
I'll finish by saying thank you to everyone for subscribing to our channel and sending our fur babies gifts that are usable.
Yeah. Well, I can't.
Thank you, everyone.
I can't top that. So this has been Susan and DeBoss, along with Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. And as soon as it is assembled and we've had some supper, we will either record or take a picture, but probably I'll do another upload. So we love you all so much. Thank you again from Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction. Bye-bye.